Prospect, Unconditional Love, Married Upon Self, God of Awakening Gods, Ariel Nagael. And like I always start out, if you dig what I'm dropping, hit the Cash App, $ Naga Nectar, capital NAGA, capital NETER, $ Naga Nectar. Drop $1, $2, $5, whatever. Show some love so I can keep this projection going because I got a lot I want to show. Alright, with that being said, I want to start off like this. And shout out to everybody I be watching from everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go through the whole thing because I got to stay on point right now. I got something I wanted to build with y'all on, so I ain't going to waste too much time, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that I show love to and know they got love in my heart. You already know what it is. Peace. I was talking to a homeboy of mine, a friend of mine, Caucasian fella. And he was saying how the life experience is something that he loves. The fact of just being, being here, the whole mundane reality. Like, he loves the physical things. He even talked about the flowers, right? It was funny. And I was saying, levels of vibration, and we all know this because if you know about light, light and physicality is only thing between them is density. You know what I'm saying? So light is the dense reality that we live. So it's like say you got a flashlight and you shine at the wall, wherever it hits at, that's where that light ends. So we are the ending point of where light shines and condenses into a form of vibrational reality. That's what our existence is. But also, within this reality, we have developed technology that allows us to see in other dimensions, like microscopes and telescopes. Now, these are realities that are a condensed form of light for those circumstances, which can be accessed. But they can only be accessed because of once it came. So we get like the dynamics of reality mixed up as far as the circumference of consciousness. And the reason why I say that is because there is like almost like a video game. So if you're playing a video game, right, and you level up through the whole fucking board, it's like you don't even want to stay on that board. You go to the next board, but the next board is completely different. You know what I'm saying? It's a reality, but it's different. It's more aggressed, has different entities, more powers to get, you know what I'm saying, more obstacles. So most of the time we can't even see what cats be doing unless they want us to see. Birds vibrate at a higher frequency. That's why they chirping and jumping around. From atoms down to amoebas, well, amoebas down to atoms, you know what I'm saying? That's around we can't really just look at with our naked eyes, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the solar aspect. It's like so large, the cosmetic aspect is so large, you know what I'm saying? We only able to visualize it with certain materials, and that's only functional, you know what I'm saying, to the reality once we're able to use, you know what I'm saying? Like saying the eyes that we're able to use is only able to pick up through this form of vibration to see what we see, right? Even if we using man-made objects or whatever to see farther or lower. So that just got me thinking one time, and I'm, just going inside with that thought, the dimensions was heavy, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it doesn't seem to be the aspect ratio of what rising consciousness would entail you should do here in this physicality, if that is a basis of reality, right? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, He's like, I want to keep this reality here because this is where we can feel it. I was like, that's irrelevant. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, because we made it like this. It's a choice. It's just like if through every level of existence, you get to a higher level. It's nothing coming from a lower level to this level without a human consciousness. Think about that. Instead of saying that, you know what I'm saying, XYZ, it's nothing coming here in this vibration without that human consciousness or it being able to rise into that level of consciousness. So then it starts to beg to differ the reason why we have so many iniquities as far as culture, races, people's understanding, control, fake finance, manipulation, stealing, all this crazy shit on this vibration. And, you know, manipulation is heavy because if you don't understand in the aspect of what and who and how you are, then that last level of gaining that conscious fulfillment, it won't allow you to vibrate out of this existence to go to the next level. Because at this point, you will still be intertwined in the reasons why, or benediction, or verification, or vengeance, or notification, or, you know what I'm saying, anything that you need to have the fulfillment here, no matter how mundane it is. You can be conscious as shit, but when we reach out and use conversational pieces, they speak in a different default. These words speak in a different default that label you who you are individually. So even when gathering consciousness, you can gather so much consciousness up and be ready to vibrate out of this existence, but the level of things that you need to acquire still on characteristic levels will hold you back. This is what I mean by mundane thinking. Now to be aware, that there are levels of vibrational life expectancy. That means the conscious circle that you're in, it allowed you to fulfill that at its highest out. Yeah, there are ceilings to everything. All right, there's ceilings to how you think. There's ceilings to each form of reality, what you got to go through. This is the quantum understanding of the fulfillment. So you have to tap in and be able to expand your consciousness to a level yet to become. So this means you have to be the master of your consciousness in this realm. You have to be able to move through this. That's why they showed you the Matrix. Neo being the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was able to do anything in his reality. You know what I mean? But did you see why he stayed in that reality? Think about it. Yeah, he became the one. His consciousness was full. But why did he stay in that reality? He still had questions about the machine. He had questions about the agents. He wanted to know the outcome of Mr. Smith. He still had things he wanted. He had that vengeance. He had something he had to settle. He was still helping motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it about doing that though? If your job is to vibrate out of existence. See, so we put fake emotional content on things that we do that doesn't benefit us. Like, at the same time, we need, in certain levels, we need a help. So like, if I put the help you need, right, in a place of this reality of consciousness where you're not gonna need it. Like, say the help that you need it at your lowest level, or you need it when you can't do for yourself. We're gonna remove that from the structure and put it to the top level. We're gonna put it all the way at the place where you don't need help at all, where you just need to be left alone so you can rise your consciousness. You know what that's gonna do is gonna build confusion to keep you here, because now you gotta fight that off, that difference. It's not about how things work. It's the fact that you understanding that the narrative was changed over to keep you stuck into a stagnant place. Now, like I said before in the last joint, we are only scratched and pushed to fight. Like the word boy, that's a German etymology for fight. We use boy in America as a young man, but boy in German terminology means to fight. Europeans. So, in the same breath, if I need you here to learn from you, because I know that you've been here 73 trillion years, and I want the fast route out. I don't wanna bake in the oven, you know what I'm saying, of the cosmetic 360 degrees. I want to get the fuck on through. I want to get up out of here. This is why we make terms like oppression and all this other shit. It's not even that. It's the fact that you don't know that your level of consciousness has to go to another level. And only way you can do that is by mastering yourself. You see what I'm saying? So you get all these different terms of what mastery is and what type of masters are out here. You get all these different terms on being great in different aspects that are mundane to a physical understanding. And the only thing you're supposed to be focusing on is you. But even when you're down and out and you're at your lowest level, we destroy the principle of being or using that lowest level of energy from individuals who may need it at that point, and we pull away from that. Because of the simple fact, that's the most powerfulest energy. Do you know when a person is removed from their mind and removed from their stat point of wants and they only left in a point of need, they are more radiation, they are more radiant with powerful energy? It's because they have none of the mundaneness of the world. They're literally laying on the format of the mundane. They're laying on the ground with nothing. So the energy that they're radiating, their sun right now is super duper bright. This is why they're so noticeable when you walk around. This is why you step over the sun. You see what I'm saying? Even if they beat up and look rough on the ground, they dirty or whatever, you treat them like it's nothing. It's because they're so bright. They're so vibrant at that point. It may not look to the eyes like vibrant as far as how you conjunct the understand of what that word means, but they're vibrating enough for you to notice them from far distances. This is a bum. This is a person with no money. This is the people that you judge out of the contact of what you think is right and wrong. You notice them before you notice anything else. Like, ew, you smell that? It's potent. You see what I'm saying? But your mind was taught to look at things differently. So now, when you're in this ratio, you by default push away from the most strongest energy that you can to uplift yourself. Because at that point in that person's life, nothing else matters. People who be down and out, nothing else matters to them but the next day. Not paying a bill, not eating sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They are more cosmetic than anything on this fucking planet. You will get more energy from dealing with them than dealing with an everyday person who sees everything in a mundane reality. How can I enjoy this mundane reality when you like the same thing I like? Now I have to build a bridge between your understanding of that and your comfortability there and the way you see it, opposed to me just looking at it for myself. See, there's no energy really transmuting from that. You know what I'm saying? There's just two things doing the same thing. But if I put something that has nothing in the situation to be better, I just got mad cosmetic energy because it's non-mundane. You see what I'm saying? It's non-mundane. And that's the job. We looking for cosmetic energy to raise the consciousness. So how much lower level work you putting in? And we so scared of the underworld. How much lower level work are you putting in? Or you just out here trying to be, you know, the jock on the football field or the kid that's standing in the middle of the hallway with everybody around him talking about nothing. You see what I'm saying? His life got him nothing after school too. So what you think this school gonna give you after that? Nothing. He's just the loudest person in the fucking room. You know what I mean? So to understand and understand where I'm coming from, I'm trying to get you to look at two bases. The fact of how we extract cosmic energy to rise the consciousness on this mundane experience. And then what are you supposed to do with that when you rise to a top? You can't allow outside bases to play a role in your top energy. You see what I'm saying? But at your lowest energy, extend your hand, especially if you're a top energy looking to go through the roof. That's the best way to come up out of here, is to give more to the lower because you're already at the top. And after you give so much, when you're at the top, you know what you do? You find solace. You know what I'm saying? You find that calm. That solitude. And now you can revelate on everything that you did from then. This is you are the teacher and you are the classroom. So after the test, I have to reward myself. I will reward myself with the second level of vibration and come about this shit. I am. Only you know when you beat a board. Only you know when you fulfilled up with everything that you did in that circumference of the area where you at. Only you know these things. Nobody can tell you. But if you're lacking that level of trying to break through and you don't understand what that means, then that's telling you you ain't complete the board correctly. Let me build with you real quick. Let me build with you. See, everybody keeps running around in a backward circle. Nah, the narrative is set up like that. It's set up to have you thinking, yeah, I'm close. Nah, fuck that, because I got so far. Never say fuck where you came from. That's the dumbest thing in the world. How can you kick down the image of the reflecting light that allowed you to get? Remember, you the point of light that comes from the source. So no matter how far you are, it's no points of light in between that you can cut off and say, man, fuck that. That's when I used to be. You can never do that because that cuts off the source of the light, what makes you shine. That's like me taking a fucking cardboard and sticking it in between on half the side of a flashlight. You only gonna get half the light. But acknowledging the fact, being humble in the fact that you came from nothing is shit. Then you know what? You create the next wall, you gotta shine that light on. You go through that dimension. Because if I'm standing here at the door in a dark room and I'm looking at the door with a flashlight because I can't see, the light gonna show me where the door at. I'm gonna grab the handle of the door, open that door and go through it. You heard me say go through it. Then I'm gonna shine the light down the next hall, which I gotta walk down to get to the next wall. That's second dimension. Shit is not rocket science. Confusion comes from the fact when you think you know shit. You know what I mean? Only thing I know is nothing. Respect, unconditional love, marry upon self. You already know what it is. Ariel Naga El, God of Awakening Gods. Let's go.